as years go by, all the feelings inside twist and they turn as they ride with the tide. I don't advise and I don't criticize, I just know what I like.
Hey everyone, it's me, Propaganda Techniques. I've returned to the truth. Just kidding. I'm actually a low-level Jehovah's Witness. My name is Publisher 145678923. And, believe it or not, I'm going to be conducting the Watchtower Study this morning. You see, even though I'm a nobody who doesn't have any privileges at the Kingdom Hall, the elders are throwing me a bone. It's a technique they use occasionally to keep people like me placated. And it's working. Because, as you can see, I'm very hungry. And I'm going to gobble up this opportunity like it's a peanut butter and jelly breakfast. With buttered pancake on the side, garnished with chocolate chip sprinkles. And a little sour cream, which I prefer over whipped cream because it's too sweet. And is my tie on straight? I want to look good for my mother. She's out in the audience. Oh God, my zipper's been down the whole time. My very first Watchtower Study. I'm going to be sure to do a really good job. I'd love to be an elder and conduct a Watchtower all the time, so I'm going to try really hard to impress the elders. This edition, maybe if I work for 20 years on the bottom rung, I'll get to be privileges in the congregation. Real help for the family. I'm very interested in this article as I'm a family man myself. And here we have a family of sorts, I guess. You have the dad and the kids and the... Well, I'll be honest with you, brothers, I'm just perplexed. One of these things is not like the other. Oh, gee willikers! Oh, I'm sorry, brothers. I'm sorry, but this man reminds me of a stranger that touched me when I was a little boy. I've recovered now, so it's just Jerome. See, I thought he was a child molester. Oh, there's something you don't see every day. A Mexican Hitler. And he went for a walk out in the country and decided to take the Watchtower Index with him. He's out in a field somewhere, but decided to study for a talk as long as he was out there. You may be taking the field ministry a little too literally, brother, but well, that's Mexican Hitler for you. He always is gonna zig when you think he'll zag. Prostate and its problems. Well, I enjoy having a good prostate, brothers, but I'll be honest with you. It's strewn with problems. Sometimes it's almost not worth it. Oh, I like this picture. Especially that part. It's really good. Congestive prostatitis is more perplexing. This condition is linked by some doctors to sexual activity and erotic thought. Dr. Stanley Brosman of the University of California School of Medicine suggests 2 reasons for this problem. Irregularity of sexual activity and inability of the prostate to empty itself during ejaculation. I keep having that problem. Why the prostate gland does not clear itself remains a mystery. It's the finished mystery of God. Bible's moral standard and a protection. Good prostate health seems to also relate to the Bible's high moral standard. All males would do well to notice 2 principles in particular. I know I did well when I took notice of them. Faithful to wife. Let marriage be honorable among all, and the marriage bed be without defilement. Do it for your prostate. Since the infection of the prostate gland may be the result of venereal disease, promiscuous sexual activity may lead to prostate trouble, as well as other problems. Let's just avoid that, brothers. Guarding one's thoughts. At Matthew 5:28, Jesus Christ counsels, "But I say to you, that everyone that keeps looking at a woman so as to have a passion for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart." Following Jesus' advice can contribute to good prostate health. How? When passion is aroused in a man, the prostate gland prepares for intercourse. Dr. Brosman writes that repeated episodes of arousal without accompanying ejaculation may cause accumulation of fluid in the prostate and in the seminal vesicles. Not to be confused with testicles, which are different. And can lead to prostate trouble. Well, I'm glad Jehovah's Witnesses can avoid that problem. We don't get aroused. Our weenies are as dead as a doornail, so it's not a problem for us. Today, many men seek sexual excitement by reading pornographic of sexually stimulating literature, or by watching immoral movies or television programs. How much better to follow Apostle Paul's advice? That fornication and uncleanness of every sort or greediness not even be mentioned among you, just as it befits holy people. The Philippine Islands. Yes, the prostate is another marvel of our Creator. Thanks, Jehovah. It's marvelous. I really enjoy it. Without it, there would possibly be no procreation. Good way to think ahead, Jehovah. You really came through this time. So out of respect for your own body and God's designs, every man ought to take steps to keep his prostate gland healthy. Crossword solution. Jahazil. Tekoa. Pisidia. Hemdan.
I was a child. My parents involved us in Satanism in its worst and most violent aspect. That memory was buried, repressed in me eternity, and I am only now coming to grips with it. That magazine really helped me, and I appreciated the cover. Awake is supposed to wake people up. In offering the magazine in our preaching work, we found no one who turned down that issue. We could have placed hundreds more.
I am very grateful for the information you published on Satanism. I too was involved in Satanism as a child. The horrors I have lived through are unspeakable. But it is comforting to know that I do not need to deny my past as a victim of ritual abuse, and that I am not beyond gaining God's approval. The article did not gloss over reality. Children are being tortured, raped, and murdered. People need to know this is out there.
Babies, blood, and AIDS!
Puberty. Thank you for the article. Young people ask, what is happening to my body? My mother died when I was 2. And when my menstrual cycle started, I didn't have anyone to talk to about it. My father was too shy, and I was too proud to listen to my big sister. After all, I am a boy. I'm a little older now, but I still don't know a lot. Your article explained it to me better than most books, and I've read a lot of them. Thank you for understanding what we go through. Just D, United States.
Babies, blood, and AIDS! Yeah! Now it's just for us to give them extraordinary consideration. Let's go the extra mile for the elders, because, whoa, wow! That's a big boy right there. This elder's a chow hound. This elder here is providing spiritual food for his family. His family also seems to be well nourished on regular food. I just wanted to point that out. I don't think they've missed too many meals. He's been a good provider for this family because they're apparently eating very well. And let's continue reading, brothers. Now we learn about how to be obedient and be submissive. Oh boy. When we receive a gift, it is only fitting to express appreciation. Show yourselves thankful, says Colossians 3:15. What then about the gifts in men, the precious gift that Jehovah has given us? Of course, we are primarily thankful to Jehovah, the generous gift giver, capital G's. But what about the gifts in men themselves? How can we show that we appreciate them? Oh, I can think of a few ways, but let's read the paragraph. We can demonstrate our appreciation for the gifts in men by being quick to heed their Bible-based counsel and decisions. Don't just obey them, brothers. Be quick about it. The Bible advises us, be obedient to those who are taking the lead among you, and be submissive, for they are keeping watch over your souls. I like the sound of that. As those who will render an account, that they may do this with joy and not with sighing. Let's not make them sigh, brothers. Let's give them reasons to be joyful. Jump up in the air and click their heels. For this would be damaging to you. Do it. It's in your best interest, so do it for yourselves, okay? Notice that we must not only be obedient, but be submissive to those taking the lead. The Greek word for be submissive literally means be you yielding under. Wow, that's a beautiful turn of phrase. Be you yielding under. I can't imagine why their civilization crumbled. They expressed themselves beautifully. Commenting on the expression be obedient and be submissive, Bible scholar R.C.H. Linsky, who, by the way, his favorite color is R.C. soft drink. But what if we do not understand the reason behind a particular decision? Well, that doesn't matter. They're the elders. We obey them anyway. Here is where we may need to be submissive or yielding. Well, I sure will be. Why? For one thing, we need to trust that these spiritually qualified men have our best interests at heart. After all, they well know that they must render an account to Jehovah for the sheep committed to their care. That includes me. So I'm really excited about this. In addition, we do well to remember that we may not know all the confidential facts that lead them to an informed decision. Always remember that. The Kingdom Hall is full of secrets, and the elders have a lot of secrets going on that we don't know anything about. So, they have our best interest in heart, and that proves it. What about being submissive when it comes to judicial decisions? Granted, this may not be easy, especially if a decision is made to disfellowship someone we love. Well, if they're getting disfellowship, we shouldn't love them. A relative or a close friend, no friend of mine if they're getting disfellowship, fuck them. Here again, it is best to yield to the judgment of the gifts in men. I love that phrase. I never get tired of hearing it. I love the fact that it's getting reinforced to me again and again. They are in a position to be more objective than we can be. We just don't have that capacity, brothers. The elders do, because we're just regular men. They're gifts in men. And they may know more of the facts. These brothers often agonize over such decisions, but they always come to the same decision: punishment. It's a sobering responsibility to judge for Jehovah. Let's read that one more time. It's a sobering responsibility to judge for Jehovah. They make every effort to be merciful, for they are mindful that God is ready to forgive. Wow, these men really are incredible. Not only do they judge for Jehovah, but they forgive sins like Jesus. And as you know, Jesus said it would be easier to tell a paralyzed person to walk than to forgive someone's sins. So that's a really tall order that they've been delivering on. But they must also keep the congregation clean. And the Bible directs that they disfellowship unrepentant wrongdoers. Good! I'm glad about that. In many cases, the wrongdoer himself accepts the decision. I know I do. I've been disfellowshipped 3 or 4 times. I love it. I like crawling back too. It's part of the process and I just keep doing it. The discipline may be just what he needs to come to his senses. Oh, I know, sure snapped me into my senses. Reminded me who is the boss, who is the gifts and men, and who is beneath them. If we, his loved ones, are submissive when it comes to this decision, we might thereby... Oh, fudge! What about the wives of the elders? Do they not also deserve our consideration? Boy, I'll say, if there's one thing I enjoy about the congregation, it's the elders' wives who are better than the common women there. And they also deserve extraordinary consideration. They deserve a double blessing because they're the wives of the elders. And that's a position in itself. How thankful we can be that Jehovah has lovingly provided men who, in effect, say to his sheep, "It is our job to help you serve God with joy." Thanks a lot, Jehovah. You have given us gifts and men. And even though this elder apparently can't even control his own appetite, I'm sure he has the ability to control my life. Killing the rainforest. Well, I have my own list of suspects, but let's find out. It's Bob the Builder. Just kidding. It's Kenny Rogers. Nice attempt to hide your crime by using black hair dye, but we still know that face anyway, Kenny Rogers. You make beautiful music, but your crime here is unspeakable. Well, I guess you're just trying to feed your family. But it's one thing to cut trees down, but did you really have to set fire to the entire earth after you finished? You're a sick man, Kenny Rogers.
As years go by, all the feelings inside twist and they turn as they ride with the tide. I I don't advise and I don't criticize, I just know what I like.
It's a technique they use occasionally to keep people like me placated. And it's working. Because, as you can see, I'm very hungry. And I'm going to gobble up this opportunity like it's a peanut butter and jelly breakfast. With buttered pancake on the side. Garnished with chocolate chip sprinkles. And a little trust the elders. This edition, maybe if I work for 20 years on the bottom rung, I'll get to be privileges in the congregation. Real help for the family. I'm very interested in this article as I'm a family man myself. And here we have a family, a little sour cream, which I prefer over whipped cream because it's too sweet. And is my tie on straight? I want to look good for my mother. She's out in the audience. Oh God, my zipper's been down the whole time. My very first Watchtower Study. I'm going to be sure to do a really good job. I'd love to be an elder and conduct a Watchtower all the time, so I'm going to try really hard to... I've returned to the truth. Just kidding. I'm actually a low-level Jehovah's Witness. My name is Publisher 145678923. And, believe it or not, I'm going to be conducting the Watchtower Study this morning. You see, even though I'm a nobody who doesn't have any privileges at the Kingdom Hall, the elders are throwing me a bone.
As years go by, all the feelings inside twist and they turn as they ride with the tide. I don't advise and I don't criticize, I just know what I like.
Hey everyone, it's me, Propaganda Technique.